Radio, VA1 Radio. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
Our Almighty God, Creator of heaven and earth, Father and lover of our soul, you sit on your throne of mercy and rule with your love and faithfulness. You are full of grace. We acknowledge your presence in our lives. Nothing is hidden in your eyes, even our challenges and struggles in life. We come to you with faith. We ask not only for our daily spiritual bread, but to seek your forgiveness and undeserving favor to heal our land, our family members, our friends and neighbors, even our enemies with COVID-19 and other diseases. Holy Spirit, help us to deepen our faith and see the opportunity to believe, obey, and worship. As we face this pandemic, you are Lord and God. Encourage us and change our hearts, not to fear, but to be full of hope and find ourselves praying and meditating your word. We believe no works of the enemy prosper to your children. Abba, Father, we believe that your Son Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. He is the truth and our salvation. Hear our prayers, O Lord, and most of all, not our will, but thy will be done. We pray this in Jesus' name, the name above all names, who was and is to come. Amen.
Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kanta at programang Tatak Pinoy. Napapanood at napapakinggan kahit saan ka man. Streaming worldwide. In South Manila, this is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
VA1 Radio, 81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
81 Radio, 81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. Dahil mahal namin kayo. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the host, the show, this station, the management, and the network. Here now is the program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison, together with her fellow millennials, they will be making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are now tuned in to Making a Difference. This is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of today. My name is Erika Mison, and I am the host of Making a Difference here on V81 Radio Manila. So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing okay despite the heat. Sobrang init today. Hindi ko masyado na-feel yung bare months. Usually, diba, dapat malamig na. Pero super init, but I hope you guys are all doing okay. For those of you who are watching via Facebook or via YouTube, welcome and thank you for spending your Saturdays with me and with us here on V81 Radio Manila, making a difference. Okay, so last week we had two guests, all right? We had Dana Gonzalez and we also had Melo Cabello, and they're from Nara Youth. So they talked about their own personal advocacies and what they really stand for and what they believe in. And if you want to watch that episode, you can check that out on Facebook or on YouTube. So you can watch it after this live, or you can even watch my other episodes starting from season 1, I believe. So you can find all of them here on Facebook and on V81 Radio Manila's YouTube channel. So if you have any comments or kung gusto nyo magpa-shout out, go ahead. Please feel free to comment down below, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. We will be able to see them, and we will be flashing your anything. We'll be flashing your statements here live. Ayan. Okay. So, before I introduce our very special guest today, I think lahat ng guests ko, they mean so much to me. Wow. Okay. So, before I introduce my guest for today, of course, we have our usual question of the day. So again, if you are new here on Making a Difference, we usually have a question of the day every episode, and it's different per episode. So we want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. So all you need to do is just answer the question of the day by commenting, whether on Facebook and on YouTube. And at the end of the show, of course, I will be asking also our guests the question of the day, and I will be reading your answers live as well. So can we please flash the question of the day? Okay. Question of the day is, how can we make our mark today? Now, may reason yan kung bakit may quotation mark ang mark, which you will find out in a couple of seconds. But again, how do you think we can make a mark? Tayo, especially yung mga kabataan, the youth. How can we? What do you think na we can do in order to make a mark today? So I want to know what you think. Again, comment your answers down below, and don't worry, we will be flashing the question of the day throughout the show. Okay, so it's now time to introduce our guest for today. I am so excited to have him here with me. He is such a good friend of mine, and he has been helping the show really strive and move forward. Honestly, without his brain, his brilliance, so we wouldn't be here today. So I owe him that much. And of course, I want to introduce him to my viewers, to the world, who he is now. He is a curator of online SDG Youth Action Forum, or as you know, maybe some of you may know OSYAF. So he is the curator, and he is the club CICO of Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City. So medyo bago yung position na yan. Even me, nagulat ako na part na siya dyan. So we are gonna get to know what he does throughout the show, and I'm so excited to make him chika because, again, I have not spoken to him in such a long time, and again, he became such a good friend of mine. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Mark Jacinto. Hello, Mark. Are you still there? Yan, he's still
Hello,
there.
hello. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw, of course, to our viewers, to V81 Radio Making a Difference. And of course, good afternoon to you, Erika. It's been a while nga to talk with each other kasi na-busy na rin tayo with our personal lives. And of course, what we have been doing as well to help other people.
Oo nga, super. Okay, just a quick background I want to share. Mark and I, actually, we haven't seen each other in person yet.
We did.
No, we did. No.
Parang siguro
For
ano
us.
lang. Parang hindi pa tayo
Parang
magkakilala nun. Pero parang we had common friends.
Okay, yeah. Probably in past. Pero kasi I would
Yeah.
hear his name nga before.
Uh,
And then, paano nga? Wait nga, how did... no, kasi we promoted the Philippine Festival
Of Youth
ano
Action.
yun? Of Youth Action
Of Youth
here
Action,
on
yeah.
Making a Difference. Pero it wasn't Mark who introduced it. It was somebody else, but you were there backstage. You were here eh. So, and then after that, they got me to host. They got me
Yeah.
to host. Tapos yun na, tuloy-tuloy na. So, we haven't, okay, yeah, we've seen each other in person. Pero parang now, lately, hindi pa because of the pandemic.
Pandemic.
So, yun, ang dami ko din naging friends over the pandemic. Pero yeah, so again, some of you may have heard his name also here on the show. I may have mentioned you a couple of times. So yung mga frequent viewers natin, ito na si Kuya Mark Jacinto. Woo! Dapat meron tayong sound effects.
May ganun. May ganun, no? May may sound. Oo.
Alright, so before we start, of course, meron tayong bagong pakulo this season, and it's called, well, we're calling it Mad Spotlight. So, it's a get to know portion. It's an icebreaker also. So we can get to know our guest. So I will be asking Mark, alan ba to? A couple of questions, very quick. So Mark, pili ka lang. Most of the questions are either or. So let's see what type of person Mark is. Okay, ready ka na ba, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, game. So, first question, tea or coffee?
Wala. I don't drink both.
No way.
Yeah, I haven't.
But you've tried.
Pardon, sorry.
You've tried.
Siguro once. Parang pag napunta sa Japan or sa restaurant, tinry lang, pero didn't really like the flavors.
Okay. Interesting. First guess dito na.
Wala.
Okay. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Sweet tooth pala si Mark. Okay. Book or movie?
Book ako.
Okay. Na-feel ko. Okay.
Yeah, I have, hindi lang kita dito, pero katabi nung computer ko, bookshelf siya, around 150 books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nabasa mo lahat? O,
80%, 80-90%.
Dami pa rin nun.
Dami pa din.
Okay, wait. Sige, side question. What's your favorite book?
Marami, pero my favorite books are more non-fiction. So, yan, mga Simon Sinek, Adam Grant, So more of non-fiction books talaga yung
Okay,
favorite.
okay. Sige. Ito, controversial to. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Wala.
No, okay. Wala.
Wala. Pero
Okay.
I mean, I've tried eating with naman. Okay naman. Pero mas
Oo,
preferred ko
bad,
wala.
bad.
Usually pag kumakain ako, tinatanggal ko. Lalo na pag Hawaiian lang yung flavor ng pizza sa pag nagpapadeliver. Tinatanggal ko. Oo. Pero minsan tinatry ko din. Okay naman.
It's not that bad naman kasi.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not naman.
okay. Sige, Facebook or Instagram?
Mm. Depende sa depende sa market. Depende sa market. Kasi I use Facebook more of depende kasi yun nga, but both I use both more.
Hmm,
Oo.
okay. Actually, yeah. Sige, hot or cold?
Mm. Depende din sa weather. Pero now more of gusto ko mahilig ako sa sabaw eh. So hot.
Wow. So, ikaw yung type na bulalo sa Tagaytay.
Oo, ganun. Pag kunyari kakain sa labas or sa restaurant, lalo nung before the pandemic, I always ask for sabaw for restaurants. Kasi naghahanap ako palagi ng sabaw. Kahit magbabayad ako ng 10 pesos or 20 pesos, may sabaw.
Okay,
Oo.
sabaw lang ang katapat para kay Mark.
Tapos nilalagyan ko ng sile para medyo may flavor. Kasi 'di ba may ibang restaurants na alam mo walang lasa yung sabaw.
Oo,
Oo.
oo. Okay, sige. No,
Pero free
guys.
siya.
Okay, sige. So, given that, is that your comfort food or may other ka bang comfort?
Meron naman na yun mga more of chicken wings, ganun.
Oh,
Pizza,
chicken.
pasta. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pero sabaw pag heavy yung kainan o kaya pag madaming iniisip ganun. Sabaw with rice. Pero usually sabaw bago pa i-serve yung rice or serve yung ulam sa restaurant whenever I do. Ubus na agad yung nakadalawang bowl na yata ako ng sabaw, tatlo ba? Ganun.
Nakasukal siya. Okay, sige. What is your life motto?
Actually, madami. I mean, of course, obvious naman, making your mark is one together. But one of my life mottos right now is to really like small actions, if done consistently, and making it a part of habit, routine, and system can make a big difference and big impact to our respective communities.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sir Mark. Okay, last question. Describe Mark in 3 words. 3 words lang.
3 words. Masigasig, committed, and
Ano?
passionate. Minsan
Wow.
sobrang passionate, diba? Yeah, those.
I could vouch
Yeah.
for that. Okay,
Wow.
ayan. And this is Mark, our sabaw lover, na who doesn't drink tea or coffee. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have any questions, by the way, kay Mark, or gusto nyo magpa-shoutout kay Mark, please comment them down below. Okay, so Mark, tell us about yourself. What growing up, ano ba yung mga experiences mo? Tapos, now, what do you do ba now? Share to
So
us.
now yun nga, you have known me naman through my creatorship, the online SDGU Taxon Forum, and yun nga, you have also mentioned that we have collaborated and we have helped you every now and then for the show as well, and we're thankful of that. And it's an online community wherein we bridge opportunities, platforms, and connections to young leaders, especially to youths, high school and college. So as of now, we have 24,000 members. I think the last time when we introduced each other, around 7,000 or 6,000 pa lang yun. That was a year ago, and now 1 year later, 24,000 na. So we were able to have 300% growth. And yun, bridging opportunities talaga and connections. Kaya some of the guests here came really from the OSHAF, like the platform itself as well. And yeah, as of now, I'm also taking up Masters of Public Ad in UP Diliman, particularly focusing on volunteer sector management. And yun, also Club Information and Communication Officer pala, sorry, of the Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City. Ayun. Doon ako pinaka-active na yun. Yun yung mga
Okay.
active tayo na yun right now.
Okay, okay. Sige, sige. So we're gonna get to know more about that in a bit. Pero I wanna introduce talaga kung sino ba si Mark Jacinto. So far, out of everything that you've done, no, what do you think or what do you feel is like your biggest achievement so far out of everything na nagawa mo?
You know what? Ang pinaka-biggest achievement ko right now was really when we hosted yung Philippine Festival of Youth Action. I felt like that was my peak me. Peak self, especially in advocating and pushing the sustainable development goals. I feel like that was my biggest achievement for now. But we know naman, we'll get more achievement as we get to more journeys. But for now, that was really my biggest achievement because we were able to collaborate with hundreds of organizations. We were able to collaborate with 10 of the biggest youth organizations in the Philippines and promote the SPG Youth Action per region in all 70 regions. And it's something that I was really thinking even before the pandemic. Pero I think the pandemic really opened up a lot of opportunities. Alam naman natin na it has affected a lot of us negatively as well. And we need to put it there. But I believe it also help us strengthen collaborations. Kasi yun nga, we can collaborate even online na eh. Dati kasi kailangan physical, kailangan may booth or everything na yun. Online collaboration na lang, mas easy na. So I think that was one of my biggest achievements so far. Hopefully, meron pang maano soon. But that's
Yeah.
one that I still cherish.
Yeah, yeah. But that was such a good project. And I think, no, was that your first like major project na online talaga?
No naman. No naman.
No.
I have done na rin yung online Filipino Youth Action Jam before that. That was like somehow the leading up to that. Parang, we were able to organize a big conference. Why not? Let's organize a big festival. So, yeah, that was, I believe, despite, ang dami pa rin achievements ko na nagawa. Personal, of course, na nung 2020. And still making a mark, not just for ourselves, but also to other people and helping them make their marks as well in their respective areas and journeys.
Sorry, question lang. Kasi ako, I found out about the festival when you guys were going to start already. So how long was the process? How long was the planning?
Yeah, the planning was more of, we started it July or August 2020. And then medyo na-stall pa siya. Kasi syempre, the other organizations have their respective operations as well. So yun yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na nagawa. Kasi kumbaga, all of these organizations could have organized their own festival on their own. Kasi they have their manpower, they have the operations, they have the structure, they have everything. But kumbaga parang we were able to convene these organizations for a common good. Their egos, their operations. Kasi syempre may iba't ibang pride. Hindi naman pride, but may iba-ibang way to do things. And we are grateful that we were able to collaborate with them and convene them in one room. And it took a lot of effort. Kaya after nun parang medyo nagpahinga din ako. But that was really like, for me, my peak self in for the SDGs. But of course, there's still a lot of achievements right now. I can consider OSHA 24,000 members and we able to bridge a lot of opportunities as another opportunity or another achievement. But I believe that was my achievement kasi it wasn't just like helping people, but also was able to boost my confidence as well.
Okay. Yeah, I bet, no. And speaking of OSIAF, how did you even curate OSIAF?
Like, how did it start? Why did it start?
Yes.
The board, to be honest, I think this is a common secret. The board lang talaga kami noong una. Kasi before the pandemic, before the pandemic, I was already doing talks and I wasn't even planning to do one. Kasi nga pandemic parang kasi before that parang lagi na ako nagto-talk to various towns in the Philippines. I went to do Davao, I went to Bataan, I went to other areas. I was supposed to go in other areas in the Philippines dapat nung April and May kung hindi lang nagka-pandemic. But the pandemic happened and at first we all thought, di ba, na parang, 2 weeks break lang to, magbabakasyon lang tayo. But it became a month, it became 2 months. Now we're almost 2 years coming to it. But we're happy na slowly coming back na rin. So, yun, from there, parang at first series of talk lang siya about SDGs. We somehow made tailor-fitted and retrofitted it into a new in a more online friendly environment, and then after that we were able to make it a community na talaga. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh, good. So it was ano pala, it started during the pandemic.
It really did start the pandemic, but my passion on the sustainable development goals and youth wasn't really a pandemic thing naman. It really started
Yeah.
pa even before, and I believe the pandemic really opened a lot of opportunities for young leaders and youth organizations to act. Baga parang nung pandemic biglang tumaas yung dami ng mga youth organization na buo, mga youth movements, diba, young leaders being more able to join events, and yung iba, baga, having needing a platform for them to join these events, and we were able to bridge it to them as well during these times.
Right.
Yeah.
So how are things naman with OSIAF now? Like kamusta yung mga experiences mo with OSIAF, especially now na dumami na kayo, nag-boom, like nag-grow kayo over 300%, 24,000 na kayo. So how are things
Oo,
naman?
yun, okay naman. Although yun nga, hindi naman maiwasan yung hiccups every now and then. Especially yun nga, we're still in a pandemic eh. And the issues to young people are varying. Kumbaga last year, mas eager sila, mas excited sila pumunta sa mga events, mga webinars, mga programs because they were vacant for a few months, diba? 5 months, 6 months, yung iba nga, a year pa na bakante. But now kasi a lot of people are experiencing fatigue. So now we're trying to adjust how can we be a community to helping them while at the same time giving them and bridging them the opportunities as well. And then of course, kami din kahit ako din, kami din, napapagod din. The demands outside OSHAF are also getting bigger. The work for me, school for the other members. So we need to tailor fit that. We need to align ourselves as well. Especially leadership. Kahit ako baga I make a lot of flaws then. And it's a working in progress for us
Yeah.
to navigate, especially during these trying times.
Right. Oo. Definitely, I agree with that 100%. And napansin ko din yun na now everybody is like, online na naman. Dati, okay lang
Oo.
sa kanila, di
Yeah.
ba?
Pero na yung
So,
kasi parang people are more choosing their battles eh. And I think that's
yeah.
one thing that we can teach to others na hindi naman natin kailangan lahat salihan eh. It's
Mm,
something, yun nga, it's something similar to a community pantry, the principle of the community pantry. Like, take what you need, get what you need,
right.
give back what you can. Diba? And I'm glad that people are getting back what they can. They're taking what they need. According to what they need talaga eh. Like, what abilities pa do they need to improve on, or what abilities or knowledges do they need to know? Because this is an opportunity platform eh. This is a group as well where they can connect with people, with groups. So, who can they want to tap to, or what are they trying to do, or why are they doing this? Yun yung tinatry naming maibigay sa kanila.
Okay. I'm curious, Mark, how did you get into what you're doing today? Like growing up ba, was this was this always your path talaga in public
Yeah, I was a
administration or
BS. Not really. I was a BS org lang nung college. Pero yun nga, I mean, like, I mean, we have personal friends, we have circles na, we have common circles. I came from Lasal. So, parang I wasn't really a studio student back then. Baga, Kumbaga, I had a lot of flaws that I wish I could have improved when I was in college. Pero, yun nga, I wasn't a great student. I wasn't a top student. Opportunities weren't really coming from me for me, and I we needed to get it. Kumbaga, pinaghirapan ko yun, and I believe most of the opportunities that I got is really something that I earned. It's not something that it was handed to me. So parang I realized na, oh, if I am on this point, na I came already from a prestigious school, but in hindsight na parang, oh, what about the others? Kung hindi nga sila galing sa mga ganitong opportunities, silver spoon. So paano yung opportunity? So parang ganun Parang that was my belief na parang to uplift people up and help them be more confident about themselves, be more confident of what they are believing in, and using these talents and these skills to help others as well and build a better community. And I'm glad that this has been really having a domino effect to others.
Yeah. Oo, grabe. Grabe. I mean, so Osya pa nga lang I think you've already affected so much, no? But another question I wanna ask you also. Did you ever have this light bulb moment na yun, like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to advocate this. I want to be able to tell people or share to people na, hey, I'm here to help you make your mark. Mga ganon. May light bulb moment ka ba?
Yeah, definitely meron naman. Pero kumbaga, it's a continuous process. You get light bulb moments not only from you but also to the other people around you. Kasi nga, I always say na we learn from each other and with one another. Na parang ako, we learn kahit ako na I'm already doing a lot of experiences of speaking, doesn't mean na I'm the best person pa rin. Kasi I still learn Kahit ako, I still make a lot of mistakes and I try to be corrected if needed to. I am really grateful because it's a learning curve. Ako kasi, kumbaga may learning curve, I believe it's not really a fast learning curve. I'm hindi naman slow learner, but kumbaga it takes me a while and it takes a lot of experience for me to learn things. And we all have different learning curves for us to learn.
Yeah, definitely agree. So, okay, we are gonna go on a very quick break. But when we come back, we are still going to talk to Mark about his other affiliations. So stick around and we'll be back after a few announcements.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Get into the treasure trove of undiscovered music through Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music. Whether it's rock, metal, reggae, soul, or pop, we have it covered. Napalm features upcoming Pinoy artists and musicians, hosted by Parts Moro and Lay Jimenez. So sit back and relax and enjoy Napalm, only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio Manila. O, di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio Manila.
All right, so welcome back to Making a Difference. Again, if you're just tuning in now, my name is Erika Mison, and I'm the host of Making a Difference, a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of the day. So again, good afternoon to those who are watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Hello, I hope you're all doing okay. please don't forget to share this live also to your friends, and even to your relatives, so that we can have more people come and join the fun here every Saturday on Making a Difference under V81 Radio Manila. All right. So before I reintroduce my guest for today, of course, we still have our question of the day. So if you are new here, we usually have a question of the day every episode. So different questions per episode. And I just want to know your thoughts. We want to know what you think. So all you need to do is just comment down below, whether you're on Facebook and on YouTube. And then later at the end of the show, after I also ask the guest the question of the day, I will also be reading your comments live. Okay, so may we please flash the question of the day? All right, so how can we make our mark today? So for those of you who have been watching since the start of this episode, you already know why this is our question, and it is because of our guest for today. So again, he is, okay, ang dami niyang positions, but mainly he is the curator of the online SDG Youth Action Forum, or OSYAF, and he is the club CICO of Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City. He became such a very good friend of mine, and he has also helped Making a Difference grow over the past couple of seasons. Again, I'd like to introduce to you our guest, Mr. talaga, Mark Jacinto. Ayan, I hope Mark is still
Hello,
there.
hello, welcome back.
Wait, hello.
Ayan.
Hello
Sorry,
ulit,
may
Mark.
nakaano sa likod.
De, okay lang. Understandable naman. No problem. So, okay. A while ago, before the break, we talked about OSYAF naman, no? And how you started it, and what OSYAF is. So now, this one I'm more curious kasi you only started in Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City, just super recent. So maybe you could tell us more about that naman. What do you do exactly, and how you also got there?
Ayun.
So I also don't know.
Yun, so the Rotary Club of Midtown Quezon City is one of the clubs of the Rotary International District 3780. So Rotary, it's a organization, international organization siya in the world. Wherein, of course, more of giving service and really providing humanitarian service and advancing goodwill and peace around the world. So it's non-political and non-religious talaga. So as of now, alam ko around 1.2, if I'm not mistaken, million members ang Rotary in the world. And mostly are professionals na talaga. Mga tito, tita, nanay, tatay, ganun. So really mostly parang giving back eh. So most of the members are kumbaga mga businessmen, mga entrepreneurs, mga government officials who want to have another platform to give back to other people, especially to communities. So I'm part of the Rotary Club of Midtown Quezon City. We were established and chartered in 1984, if I'm tama. We're almost 38 years already. So bago pa ako pinanganak, there was already a Rotary Club. And it's part of the Rotary International District 3780. So the district is serving Quezon City alone. Kasi may iba't ibang chapter. So sa isang parang big chapter or big district, may mga chapters yun per area serving a certain area. And then Quezon City alone is handling one district kasi they handle the whole of Quezon City. So parang ang naging ideal is one barangay, mayroong Rotary Club. Parang ganun yung naging kasi we have 100 clubs in Quezon City alone na. So yun. So yun yung more of giving humanitarian service, more of assisting talaga sa mga trying times, disaster, and also building projects, especially with our target communities and adopted communities. So for example, here sa aming Rotary Club in Midtown Quezon City, we are partnering with New Era, Barangay New Era here sa Quezon City for their projects and initiatives and also their schools here in the barangay.
Okay. So how did you what made you
Paano ako
decide to
napasok? Tinatakla ako ng nanay ko.
so yung
Tinatakla ako
mom
ng nanay ko. Kasi my mom is a Rotarian and she's currently the president of the club. So, parang alam ko na ano nangyari. And then she knew naman my background. The one we were talking about kanina, OSHAF, BSORG, I'm taking up MPA. So she tapped me to be the executive secretary and club information and communications officer of the Rotary club of her Rotary club kasi siya nga yung president. So, I mean, in hindsight, of course, para matulungan yung nanay, yun naman talaga. Pero, kumbaga, innate na rin kasi sa akin, di ba, kanina when I was talking about OSHAF and everything, kumbaga, parang it's also instilling a new blood inside the club. Kasi nga, as mentioned, most of the club members are old, hindi naman old enough, but are already more mature than kung
Yes.
sabihin natin more traditional. Ito nga yung mga ganito hindi sila ganun kasanay kasi nga they're really more of mag-radio pupunta sa isang radio talaga na physical or magpapa-billboard sa EDSA ganun. It's really more traditional and I think as we go into a new normal, mas na lang na i-embrace yung ganitong more innovative platforms. And I'm glad that I'm able to inject my youthful energy and even a bit of my experience in handling OSHAP and dealing with younger people to this venture right now.
Okay. So, what do you do
Ako?
for itself? Oo.
Like projects or ako mismo like ano yung
For
role ko dun?
Rotary. Yeah, anong role mo?
More of talaga, I handle more of the communication. So social media, social media talaga, mga social media, more of mga website, ganun. So more of the younger stuff na the only younger people know. Social media, and I'm handling their Facebook and trying to make it simplified. Kasi yun nga, similar to what I do sa OSHAP kanina, na simplifying and make SDGs relatable. Ganun din. I try to make Rotary and what we do more relatable and more understandable to people outside the Rotary circle. Kasi usually, parang nangyayari, kami-kami lang na nakakaintindi. Parang ganun, di ba? Lalo na pag we are in a development sector or we are volunteering, sometimes parang nagkakaroon ng potential exclusion na hindi natin napapansin or unconsciously natin nararamdaman or na nagagawa. So, I try to bridge that and make it more relatable to them. So, parang yun nga, like every Saturday morning, I release like mga 1-minute video highlighting a certain project, di ba? Para mas mabilis yung tingin ng mga tao eh. So, yung mga ganun bang mga social media stuff. So, I do that. And also really help on some project as well. Kasi nga, lalo na sa mga administrative work, yung mga reporting, yung mga kailangang gawin. So, I do that as well.
Mm-mm. So, may question ko, may tatanong ako, sir. What's this? Okay. So, when did you join pala?
I was joined in 2018 pa. 2018 or 2019. Pero na yun lang ako naging active talaga or officer kasi nga I'm helping my mom for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, question. How do you balance everything? I mean, you have OSYAP, you have Rotary, then you're taking your master's also, which by the way, kailan ka graduate? Meron na bang
Tagal pa.
Tagal pa ba? Okay, sorry, kala ko. No, but how do you balance everything out with all of this? I know na passion mo naman talaga to, but as you mentioned a while ago, there are days na naburn out ka. Pero how do you really just balance everything?
Hindi ko rin alam paano ko nababalance. Parang kahit ako nahihirapan ako eh. Pero kidding aside, it's really more of like scheduling lang talaga. And also when and when not to do things. Kasi minsan nga, sa sobrang passionate ko, na-overboard eh. And it can also affect other people. It can affect other people's morale as well. So that's what I try to balance. And I try to get feedback as well from other people on what can I improve on. And also giving other people opportunity to shine. Yeah.
Right. Oo naman. Okay, so in yung mga experiences mo, past experiences mo, how do you think it has helped you grow as a person?
For the Rotary.
Any naman, actually. Pero how about
Actually, to be honest, right now, na parang when I joined the Rotary, it really molded me more in my experiences. Kasi karamihan ng mga experiences ko, especially nung nag-o-shop ako, was really more, me talking, me sharing insights, me sharing experiences from before experiences na I haven't really done a lot of community work and I haven't really done a lot of initiatives outside. Na parang puro online, yung community ko naging online eh. Parang pag puro online yung kailangan mo na parang kailangan mo ng talk ng ganito, ganyan, on how to lead. Yan, I can give that or SDGs. Pero on some certain topics before, I wasn't really aware and I wasn't really knowledgeable and I wasn't really experienced enough and it was lacking eh. And then when I entered a Rotary, mas discover ko yung sarili ko and mas na-build yung experience to be more intertwined with the community. Kasi right now, like, I've been doing a lot of community projects. Like, for example, ito, may lalabas na tayong prop. So, for example, right now, parang before kasi wala talaga, na parang, ngayon, I'm doing a community project right now. So, it's called Scrap Pangarap. Ganito. So, it's a scrap collection initiative. So, magkukulik ka ng scrap. Magkukulik ka ng scrap, bibigay ka ng scrap sa and then our partner will transform it to this. So it's a upcycled plywood made of recycled materials and aluminum foil. So yung mga box cartons mo sa mga milk, 'di ba? Yung mga milk na binibili mo and everything. And then after that, we transform it and we donated this to build a learning shed for the benefit of the indigenous people, especially one tribe in Tanay Rizal. So, madalas ako doon, kaya nga medyo nagtana ko ng konti kasi sobrang maaraw talaga doon. So, yun, nakakamit ako ng people na, kumbaga, mas maraming experiences, lalo na they are threats of environmental issues and social issues there. So, mas nauunawaan ko, mas natututo din ako in the process. Then yun, at the same time, I've been doing, yun nga, sobrang connected ko with the community right now with our adopted high school. So it really molded me as well as a person because as we add value to others, they are also adding value to me.
Yeah.
Yan.
Yun nga. And I'm sure no, may difference pa when you were talagang still with OSF and then now you're with Rotary. I bet meron, no? Kasi parang you're more with professionals. So, yeah.
Sobra. Kasi parang yun nga. Una, I'm more with professionals. Pangalawa, parang, yun nga, when I'm in OSHA, parang, okay, I'm great and such and we're helping with each other. Pero sa Rotary, parang I'm also helping and I'm also exerting my knowledge and experience. Pero kumbaga, mas community eh. Kasi nga dahil mas traditional yung mga tao dito, mas sila lumalabas, mas sila nagbibigay ng something. Mas nakakilala ka ng tao on the ground. Talaga. And right now, yun nga, ilang beses na ako napunta dun sa Tanay Rizal. Kailangan ko pa mag-cross ng mga ilog, ng batis, ganun, nabasa pa yung, nabasa pa yung legs ko, kailangan ko pa bumili ng sandals para hindi mabasa yung shoes ko, ganung level. Kasi it grounds you eh. Para ako, it will help me grounded. Kaya right now, pag may mga external noises na ganito, ganyan, parang medyo na-minimize na kasi instead of me dealing with the external noise, of course, some of it are still valid. Hindi siya noise lang. It's valid and you need to take it for you to improve. But you give more time for it to apply it agad to community you're helping with, especially outside the online sphere. Pero I'm still great that the online sphere helps us to connect, especially with the OSHAF thing.
Oh, definitely. Maybe you could share like yung pinaka memorable experience mo with Rotary. Or right yun na ba yun?
Yun na yun. Actually, yun na. Yun yung...
What's the story there?
Hindi naman siya nalubog ako. Pero kasi parang before we go to the learning shed. Para may kailangan kami i-cross na batis. Hindi naman siya para kami nag-warp zone eh. The community outside is really somehow urbanized na. Maganda na yung mga bahay and everything. Pero there is a certain little portion there na parang kailangan mong mag-warp zone. Pagka-warp zone mo dun, parang okay na, wala na. Parang nang biglang nag-teleport sa ibang mundo. So, we walk parang 5 minutes lang naman. Tapos yun, nabasa yung mga shoes namin, ganun and everything. Then walang signal. Not just that, the one we help in Tanay, we also had a community help in Porac for the Aita community naman. We provided mga water filters and water tanks to them there. Kasi para magkaroon ng affordable and clean water to them. So yun, those are my memorable experiences as of now. Those are really heartwarming talaga. Kasi nga, parang you get to meet people na get to appreciate these little things na tayo minsan na-overlook natin eh. Ako personally minsan na-overlook ko yung mga ganito. But these little things can really go a long way to them.
Yeah. Oo. And okay, question. So a while ago you mentioned you balance everything out by really scheduling it. But is there that one thing, or do you have that one thing that keeps you going, that helps you wake up every morning and just it pushes you to do what you do? Do you have
I
that
think it's
one?
really the purpose of bridging people and adding value to each other. So yun nga, parang weaving them is really great eh. Parang ito yung pag ginagawa ko yung mga projects na yun, sobrang nag-benefit yung previous experience ko in OSHAP. Kasi when I do a project right now in the community, I just don't tap us as Rotary lang. Kunyari, kailangan namin ng ganito, why not we tap a certain organization na ma-uplift din sila in the process and gives them value as well. Na, nakatulong sila, nakagive back sila. And some of them, especially mga online organization, natutulungan sila na, lalo na since I have may mga wide range tayo ng connections on the youth sphere, nagagamit natin sila na mas ma-explore yung community sphere naman. Then, they are able to localize what they are preaching online to an on-ground action.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you have a dream for yourself? Ano yung talagang ultimate dream or like ultimate goal mo?
Parang right now, actually, my ultimate goal is really to gusto ko magturo, ganun, magpag-masters as well. And yeah, hopefully, something that can really impart in sana maka-move on na soon from the youth and also try to give others a chance to develop themselves. So those are my career goals naman as well. And of course, managing our business, those are career goals, especially lalo na, diba? Kumbaga, we're in the middle of the pack of 20s and 30s. Alam mo yan, Erika.
Yes.
Kumbaga, our friends, our colleagues are getting married, our colleagues are getting families already. Parang minsan, parang nafe-feel mo yung parang you're missing out something. Parang ganun. Ako, parang minsan nararamdaman ko yun, especially na parang, ba't hindi na lang ako magganito? Parang, ba't hindi na lang ako magganitong mag-law school, mag-med school. But again, we have different paths. I guess, sorry, but parang the Lord or the higher being gave us this siguro for a reason and for a purpose. Yeah.
Agree. I agree ako doon. Like, God really has His own plans talaga for us, no?
Oo.
And
kasi,
even,
yun nga, kasi parang minsan, lalo na yun, parang for the past few weeks and months, parang you keep on seeing engagement photos, engagement rings. Parang minsan, you question yourself, tama ba ito ginagawa ko? Tapos parang, tama pa ba ito ginagawa ko? Parang, ito ba talaga yung para sa akin? Yung ganito. Kasi parang, lahat nagkaka-baby na, lahat nagkaka-pamilya na. Tapos ikaw parang, ito pa rin yung ginagawa mo. Or ganun pa din, di ba? Parang,
Very,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Ako nga, naging ninang na nga ako eh.
Ako din eh, parang gano'n. So parang ano talaga, 'di ba? Yeah, it's really hard, especially as we grow old. Parang you need to practice or balance practicality with your passion as well.
I like that. I like that. Alam mo si Mark, ang dami niyang quotable quotes. Kasi kahit sikahan lang, you just talk to Mark, may quotable quotes na yan si Mark. So baka may makuha kayo from him today. Pero okay, this question okay, this came from your team. Sila ang nagka-come out. But do you consider yourself daw as jack of all trades? Kasi ang dami mo daw ginagawa. You have a lot of positions, especially now. You took on another role for under Rotary. Do you consider yourself as jack of all trades? How do you feel about this impression?
No. To be honest, no.
Mm-mm.
Parang it's still kumbaga, yun nga yung inaano ko din, na parang before kasi I tried to be that na parang kailangan alam ko lahat or kaya kong gawin lahat. Parang it came to a point na I can't do everything eh. I mean, there are still times na nagkakaroon ako ng tendencies and I need to improve on that. And I agree on that as well. And thanks so much to people who have helped me correct that as well. Pero yun nga, we cannot do everything. Lalo na kasi minsan tayo as kabataan, it's not only me na parang we have that mindset na, okay, we can do everything eh. Even younger than us, for sure, there was even a point in time na we felt like we can do everything. But we need people around us. We need team, we need the collaborators, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether here what we do right now, to help us flip others. Kasi may specialty kaya, and I believe my specialty is really more of collaborating, partnerships, connecting with people, diba? Weaving them in the youth, in the STG. So, more of that. And then the others, I'm not really good on finance, which is weird kasi I graduated finance. Diba? Parang,
Yeah?
oh, yeah. I'm with diba? With your friend. Shout out pala kay kay
Hi,
Aliyah.
Aliyah. Kasi
Oo.
kanina, I don't know if you still hear. Hi, Aliyah.
I'm not sure if she's listening, but yun. Anyway, but yun talaga. Parang, it's not really masters of all, pero parang, we need to understand na parang before siguro I am, pero now parang I'm trying to be not. And trying to understand that I cannot do everything and I need people around us, or we need people around us to give value to what we want to happen and what we want to achieve.
Okay. So, another question I want to ask, and I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think kaya is the role of the youth? Ayan. So, ito na lalabas talaga yung totoong Mark. Joke lang. Pero ikaw, what do you think? What do you think is our role? Especially now, today, in our society.
Marami tayong role eh. Not everyone kasi is like, can be a volunteer agad or can be a leader agad or can do something at that. And we can make a difference even in all little ways. Diba?
Yeah.
Like simple ways that we can do na ganun talaga. And lalo na yun, diba? 2022 elections is coming up. We also have to decide on our future because tayo talaga yung pinapapektuhan. Marami talagang role yung youth talaga. And I think the role of the youth as well is to uplift others as well. And not just fellow youth, but also the people around us.
Yeah. Tama. It's not just us, our age group, but then it's really everyone we're surrounded with. No. Okay. Besides then everything that you're doing, do you still have mga other hobbies or interests besides on reading? I know you like to read. Pero during your downtime, yan. Better question. During your downtime,
Yan. I watch videos, mga educational videos. I watch series, and mga series talaga, Netflix, kung ano man. Ano pa ba? Yan, I try to exercise every now and then. Medyo, yun yung inaano ko to really put up my mind on some things as well. So those are the things that I do
Okay.
on my downtime. talaga.
Educational videos? Like what?
Mga yan, TED Talks. Ganun. Yung mga
Ah,
nakikita mo sa YouTube lang.
okay, okay, okay. So ano yung go-to mo ngayon sa Netflix?
Na yun, ano bang go-to ko? Yan, mga Money Heist, ganun. Mga
Yes.
documentaries. Oo.
Oh,
Yan. Squid Game, napanood ko na rin. Yan. Mga ano naman.
yes. Relax mo
Yeah.
na.
You know what, the Squid Game, first time ko siya mapanood. First time kong makanood ng
Oh,
K-series or
really?
K-drama. Oo. It
Ayan.
wasn't really... Pero ang ginawa ko nga nun, nakakatawa nga nun kasi parang akala ko nanonood ako ng Money Heist. Kasi ginawa ko siyang Spanish yung audio para mas intense. Parang pag
Yes,
Spanish kasi yung nagsasabi, parang mas intense yung feeling.
that's
Parang
very
mas
true.
naramdaman mo yung mas naramdaman ko yung series when I was watching it in Spanish rather than watching it in Korean and English.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, so as
Ang
in
weird.
Spanish yung Squid Game. Tama ba?
Mm. Like, it's a Korean series, pero I watch it in Spanish.
Okay.
Tapos with
That's
subtitles.
funny. Okay. Sige. Ba't natapos mo?
Oo,
Natapos mo yung
natapos
series?
ko.
Oh,
Natapos ko.
okay. Sige. All right. So again, we're gonna go on a very quick break. But when we come back, we're still going to have Mark on the show. So stick around, and I'll see you after a couple of minutes.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
Big Media is all about life's journey.
Yung mga yun, mga bata pa sila dati nung nakakasama ko sila. So ngayon, sikat na sila. Kaya,
In digital, entertainment,
Maraming salamat po na nabigyan niyo kami ng opportunity.
information, story, inspiration, and experiences. Whenever, wherever you want, welcome. Join us as we push the boundaries of possibility here with Big Media.
Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio Manila. O, di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na. Now back to Making a Difference. Only here on V81 Radio Manila.
Welcome back to Making a Difference. Again, my name is Erika Mison, and I'm the host of Making a Difference here on V81 Radio Manila. So we are heading towards the end part of our episode, but don't worry, our guest is still here. So if you want to ask him any questions, or if gusto nyo magpa-shoutout sa kanya, please do feel free to comment your questions or your shout-outs down below, whether you're watching either on Facebook or on V81 Radio Manila's YouTube channel. And please don't forget to follow Making a Difference here on Facebook as well. So I just want to say hi also to Sir Rolly Pagaspas. So he has been my mentor ever since, one of my mentors actually, ever since I started here on V81 Radio Manila. So I hope he's still tuning in. Hello po, Sir Rolly. And yeah, so now I'd like to call back our guest. Again, he is a good friend of mine. So Mark, are you still there?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ayan. Okay, so he's still here. You know what? Okay, so during the break, I was looking at the comments. May question actually for you. And okay, can we show that question, please? By Tabawan Bonggao. No.
Diyan.
Ayan, question of the day.
Diyan.
Ayan. Yung Tabawan Bonggao, please. Ang question niya, yan. Who are your major influencers that you think mold you to be the person you are today? Family, school, work, any particular group or person? Wow.
Yeah.
Question.
That's a great, no. Pero I think every phase of your life, you have a major influencer. Like, of course, when you're younger, our parents help us, our teachers in grade school, elementary help us, even our friends in grade school, the experiences that we got there, whether good or bad. Then high school, of course, the peers, colleagues, teachers, but then college, yan, yung mga orgmates ko, mga friends, mga colleagues as well. And even the people in the books you read. These can be your major influencers on what and why are you here or why are we here right now. So I think those are hindi lang siya isa parang baka kasi yung kasi parang minsan we try to limit it to one person. I believe a lot of factors or a lot of influences, whether it's a fictional or non-fictional thing that helps us, diba? Like ako nga, I believe one of my major influencers of being innovative and being practical is Phineas and Ferb, the TV show, the Disney TV
Really?
show. Oo, kasi before, and I'm weird, hindi ko siya sa high school or elementary pinanood. Nung college ko na siya
Okay.
pinanood. Nung,
Talaga.
as in, kasi every after class, kasi sa gabi siya, or nanonood lang ako. And then I got inspired. It really helped me in my college journey. So, yun, diba? Parang, even though the kid shows from before, na parang na mas pag pinapanood mo siya as matanda na or mas form ka na, parang it gives you a boost na parang, before kasi na kasi you have your already mga conventions that of course you're binded by this, you can be binded by that, baka sa work, may ganitong limitations, di ba? Parang these shows can help you discover na you can still be yourself while at the same time doing that. So, yun.
Oh, bakit Phineas and Ferb?
Ewan ko, parang nanood lang ako, tapos parang ano lang ako, creative and
Inspire
innovative,
ka.
ganun. Yeah, very, very, yeah,
Galing
very
nga nila.
cute.
Sa
Oo.
yun.
As in
Oo.
kinuwento ko yun, parang natatawa sila. Parang, tanda-tanda mo na, as in, balbasakado na ako and everything. Tapos nanonood ako, TV show na pambata. Pero before, I mean, it helped me to what I am now. Diba?
Yeah. Oo. Okay, I have a question for you. A while ago, yun nga, so si Mark here, he is the curator of OSIAF, no? Besides then also being part of Rotary. What programs or initiatives have you done in order to strengthen the UN goals? Kasi I know that's really your passion eh. So maybe you could share lang some programs or initiatives that you've done in order to strengthen or even just to spread awareness because I know there are still some who are not super aware about the UN sustainable goals. So yeah, that's my question for you.
Yeah, siguro more of talaga, I try to make it more relatable and more simplified to people. And yun nga kumbaga parang you just need to make them feel talaga of that. Kasi parang, for example, right now, I'm not sure if you know, like, there's a conference happening right now in Glasgow, Scotland. It's called
Okay.
the Conference of Parties, the UN Climate Change Conference, wherein leaders of the world convene there to discuss different issues in climate change. And various
Mm.
NGO leaders, both from youth leaders and non-youth leaders, went there. We have representations there in the Philippines, somehow highly contested. Pero yung mga ganun, di ba? Yung mga ganung conferences, parang, paano siya mararamdaman ng mga tao na, in us kasi in the development center, pwede nating alam yun eh. Pero, paano yung mga tao na hindi nila how can we make them feel those outcomes from those summits or conferences? Kahit nga ako whenever we do talks or we do conferences or I join conferences or programs, which I've joined a lot with or been part of a lot with, it's our role to how can we localize it now and make it more relatable and being felt to people na, so what kung nagpirmahan sila ng malalaking agreement doon sa malalaking conferences kung hindi naman mararamdaman to the local level or to a community level, what's the point?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I try to make SDGs more understandable for people to know about it. And it's a lifestyle, it's a framework that we can integrate. I believe the SDG for me now, it's not just a framework, but it's also a mindset that we can do, that we are all connected, that we need to learn from each other and with one another.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Mr. Mo. Do you have any upcoming projects, whether sa OSIAF or sa Rotary, that you would
Yeah.
like You share.
Ayun, sa Rotary, we'll try to open up kasi usually the activities sa Rotary are medyo exclusive to, hindi may exclusive, but targeting to a certain community talaga. Like, so
Okay.
medyo limited yung online opportunities doon sa mga webinars. But in OSHAF, it's still open, so you can just join us in the group. We're glad that we're reaching 24,000 already. We just started 7,000 last year when we first met. Baka mga 6,000 pa lang yun. So it was really a journey talaga to this year. And hopefully, yun nga, as we move forward, 2022 is another year. Parang each day is a challenge for us, especially as young leaders, kasi nga, pabago-bago yung situations, di ba? Like, COVID is getting more ease up, it's more getting natural to people, we're trying to embrace it now. How can we move forward? And doon talaga yung papasok yung pagiging innovative natin, while at the same time, sticking to why we are doing this. So, yun lang naman. Mm-mm.
Yun lang. Okay, so where can they find OSYAF pala?
So, we are on Facebook, Online STG Taxon Forum. You can also check our Facebook page for our Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City. And you can also, of course, follow me on social media channels, Mark Jacinto naman.
Other side, yun. Okay, hindi nagpapa. Yan. I don't know, baliktad ako. Okay, so last question, of course, we have to ask our guest yung question of the day. So, can we flash ulit the question of the day one last time? Ayan. So, ikaw, Mark, how can we, what do you think? How can we make our mark today?
Making a mark today, yun nga, as mentioned, we can start doing small actions. We can start volunteering, and we can start making our mark to ourselves first. Because if we cannot help others and we can make a mark to others and add value to others, if we cannot make a mark to ourselves or help ourselves, diba? Rest is really important. We need to pause if necessary, lalo na ngayon sa panahon ng pandemic. So these are the things that we can do to make our mark, both for ourselves and for our community, our country, and our world.
Ayan, okay. So, baka you want to say hi to some of your friends or mag-shout out ka sa mga fans mo.
Wow, grabe sa fans.
Fans. Oh, go ahead.
Ayan. So, yun, again, maraming salamat to Erika and the Making a Difference team. It's really an honor. I believe this is really my first formal guesting.
Yes. Really? Ever?
I believe, like, parang never pa ako nagka-guesting sa'yo. I mean, I've helped you already and I think we've co-hosted some together. But, kumbaga parang ito talaga yung first time na ako talaga yung naging highlight dong show. So, I'm grateful for Erika and of course the team who were also once part of OSHAP, sila Ana, sila Angel and everything. And I'm glad that they're thriving in you now. And of course, shout out to the OSHAP team. Yan, Renan is watching, some of the OSHAP members who've watched, the people that I know. Aliyah, yan, nag-comment din sa kanina. So, hi, Aliyah. And also, of course, our members from the Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City, our community partner communities as well, sa Cuyambay, sa Tanay Rizal, sa Niira, sa Aita community, sa Porac, Pampanga, and everyone that has been helping by both Rotary and, of course, OSHAP as well. Thank you so much for having me again ngayong hapon.
Yes, then finally, no, after ilang seasons din, nakuha na kita. As my guest.
It's been a while.
Season, I know. But thank you so much, Mark, for being here today. It was super nice catching up with you and chatting with you. So, ayan, updated na tayo. And, ayan, again, thank you so much, Mark. And I hope na magkita na tayo soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Thank you so much, Mark. All right. So, ayan. So, that was our guest for today. Again, Mark Jacinto. He is the curator of the Online SDG Youth Action Forum, or OSYAF. And now, he is with the Rotary Club of Midtown, Quezon City. So, he was able to talk about his experiences. And you could really see the passion there. You know, when I first met this guy, I was really amazed with how he's able to like manage everything, and you could really tell by the way he speaks na what he's talking about. He's really passionate about what he talks about, and like what you saw here in the past hour and so, it's really there. Like that's really his path. This is his dream. This is his goal. So it's nice to be able to talk to and to surround yourself with people like that. No? So again, thank you, Mark, for being on the show. I'm super happy to have him finally. So if you've been watching Making a Difference, I would say thank you to him once in a while at the end of the show, because without him, honestly, I don't know where Making a Difference would be. He has helped so much with Making a Difference. So, syempre, to give back, we need to have him on the show. Ayun. So, thank you so much for those of you who tuned in today and spending your Saturdays with me. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're staying safe. Yes, here in Metro Manila, I know we are on alert level 2, but let's just still stay safe, everyone. Let's just continue to follow the necessary protocols and rules. Again, it depends where you guys are. And what else? So again, please don't forget to follow Making a Difference on Facebook. If you want to watch my other episodes starting from season 1, you can find them here on Making a Difference Facebook page. You can also check out V81 Radio Manila's YouTube channel as well. You can, on their YouTube channel, you can find my show and our other shows here on V81 Radio Manila. So if you want to watch something while you're working or you're studying, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. And V81 Radio Manila is also on Facebook, so you can check us out there as well. So that's it again for today. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to today's episode. And again, please continue to follow protocols. And I will see you again next week, same time, same place. Bye, everyone, and stay safe.
The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference. Every Saturday, 1 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, your all hits, all Pinoy digital radio station in South Manila. This is V81 Radio.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.